Greetings, my Paisanos. This is Super RJ, and happy Halloween to all of you. Sorry I haven't didn't have that many Halloween events this year, but I am looking forward to some holiday events this year. But since it's Halloween, I'm gonna do two review of Halloween episodes. So one right, I'm doing the one right now, and I'm doing the special one tomorrow on Halloween night. Now, today I'm going to review the Loud House very first Halloween special, known as Tricked. Now, before you guys begin this review, I want you guys to know this episode will be spoilers. If any guys haven't seen this episode, now will be a chance to watch it before you go to bed to head to school. Start the next day of school. If you already done seen the episode, let's get this started. So, this episode starts with the Loud family getting ready for Halloween. Except there's one person, Mr. Loud. He hates Halloween because he's a scaredy cat. And Lucy excited for Halloween because he's doing it because he's in charge for the Loud family's corn maze of horror. Ooh. And she is so hyped for it. But as for Lincoln, him and Clyde trying to find a way to find a neighborhood that has the greatest full-size candy. After they decide to search what his neighborhood is, they find out that the fancy neighborhood known as the British Community has the full-size candy. Before they get ready to sneak in there, they come across these two antagonists of this episode, the bullies, and they try to find out where's the best place to trick or treat. And Lincoln tells them the address, tells them the street they live in, which is Franklin Street. So after that, it was sunset days. And that means it's time for trick-or-treating. Lisa, Lily, Lola, Lana, and Lincoln and Clyde are going to trick-or-treat out in the neighborhood, while the rest of the family are doing the job at the corn maze of horrorness. But Mr. Loud has to watch them because, he's a grown-up, but even though he's still scared of Halloween. He is such a scaredy cat. Now, I have to admit, now we get to Lola and Lana's costume. As for Lola and Lana, they're playing as, the twin suits. Just like how Dipper maybe does in the Gravity Falls episode Summerween. And they thought they could dress as 3 costumes, they get 3 times the candy. Really sneaky. But Lisa has dressed as a kangaroo. But this time, with Lily as our baby kangaroo in the pouch, what I have to say, it's pretty adorable. It is. I say it. It's actually way more adorable than Lola and Lana's costume as the Statue of Liberty, Abraham Lincoln, and the Salt and Pepper, and I forgot the other 2 costumes. Oh yeah, the mermaid and the pirate. I think it's a pirate. Well, anyway. But even though they're getting ready for trick-or-treating, Lincoln and Clyde tells them they're actually just going to trick-or-treat by themselves without hanging out with them. But instead, they just try to sneak into the fancier neighborhood with all the rich people there, so they get the full-size candy. Before they get there, they come across the bullies, who's about to do some trick-or-treating. Sorry about that. But anyway, they come back to the girl at the house, where Lucy makes all her family look perfect for the performance. But unfortunately, we don't get to the corn maze till later into the episode. So, back onto Lincoln and Clyde. They managed to sneak their way in, and they actually managed to get the full-size candy. They had to find a way to hide it, and they, of course, had to hide it in the middle of the woods. But back onto Lola, Lana, and Lisa's, where they're about to do some trick-or-treating and such, and the twins get all 3 times the candy every time they go to the same house to get more candy. But somehow Lisa and Lily won about this battle. I know it's not a battle, but they just literally got more candy than the twins does. But anyway, back on track. After Lincoln and Clyde got back to home, they noticed that their street has been tricked. And I mean literally tricked. Apparently these 2 boys had TP all the houses and steal all the kids' candy. And they noticed it was their fault. I'll get to this whole scenario after the end of the episode. So the second half of the episode is pretty simple and basic. Lincoln and Clyde has to find these 2 bullies and try to get the candy back. And of course they did find them and try to get the candy back, but eventually they fail. And they had to wonder, so what are they gonna do now? Well, there's actually one solution. Earlier in the episode when they come across the bullies, the bullies have one weak spot. For example, there's a scene where Clyde started to nosebleed, and then one of the bullies gotten disgusted with it. And one of the bullies said if they throw up, then he will throw up. Let's give Lincoln an idea to call Lucy and decide to let her dream of hosting a corn maze of horrorness back on track. How are they gonna do it back on track? Well, they have to pretend that they have some milk chocolate, which by the way is not a racist joke, so I can lure the bullies to their house, to Lincoln's house, to be in the maze. And then we get another one of Lucy's special songs, known as "You Got Tricked." Now, I will admit, the song is good. It really is. But I stick to Luna's Christmas song. I mean, don't get me wrong. Her Halloween song is good, but I think that the Christmas one is way better. I'm not gonna argue about that. And you know what's happening in that song? The bullies get scared. They get scared of Lori dressed as a vampire queen who ate her mom. They're afraid of Luann's experiment with her Frankenstein puppet. And I love how the twins play out like the hanging dead bride in this. It was so hilarious. It was actually really, really impressive. And after the end of the song, Lucy gave a punishment by covering with fake blood, and they all run away. Which that means Lincoln and Clyde have saved the day. And the best part is, Lincoln's family actually supported them for helping them bring back their Halloween spirits back. Well, not only caused them to get the corn maze back on the top of the world, back top of the neighborhood, they actually lure some kids and makes them want to trick or treat again. And the episode ends with Lincoln and Clyde handing out all the kids to their full-size candy, which is actually really, really sweet. And the episode ends with Lincoln's dad woke up after his coma, and once again got scared by Geo, who's wearing the head mask. And that was the end of the episode Trick. How did I rate this episode? Well, it's actually really good. I almost find this episode almost better than I actually find this way better than the Loud House Christmas special. Sure, that episode was fantastic because it actually has a nice character development between Mr. Browse and Lincoln and Mr. Browse become friends, but I think this episode actually a lot more fun. Now, as for the comedy, I'm not going to admit there's not that many funny jokes, but there are a few funny jokes. However, I do like some of Luann's Halloween jokes that are kind of amusing. And I like how Lucy makes a few jokes about shaping up about how her sister can make the pumpkins look a little bit more unique. And I like how the bullies turn Lincoln and Clyde to human pretzels as they literally show a pretzel which represent Lincoln and Clyde actually do become a human pretzel. Now that is a really good joke. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna. Now, remember I said what I said about earlier about how the bullies trick the whole neighborhood. Well, that's what I think I like about it. That actually did one scene that they actually did right, and that is they never have a scene where Lincoln and Clyde tells Lincoln's family that they're the one who made the bullies come to the street and TP and take all the kids' candy and ruin Halloween. Now that is a perfect thing in the Loud House I always want to see. If they actually did that in this episode, then I know that it's gonna be the worst thing I ever seen in the Loud House, because I really cannot stand some of these scenes where Lincoln sisters literally get mad at Lincoln for no reason. But here, they actually didn't do it, which makes me feel like I give this episode extra points for that. So, in the end, I highly recommend you to watch this episode. It's a fun way to celebrate Halloween, and it makes you want to scream. So, that's all I have to say about this episode. I hope you guys get ready for Halloween tomorrow, and I'll see you guys on Halloween tomorrow night. And remember, the ghosts will follow you home.